Hey, welcome to another edition of my vlog that I started last night. Um, this is going to go against what we will normally be discussing here. Um, and I really didn't want to bring it up because I feel like I'd be glamorizing it. But since it's been talked about and discussed so much for the past several days, I'm going to mention a little bit first about the whole Miley Cyrus controversy at the MTV Video Music Awards. Um, you know, it's interesting to me. Okay, I personally, I didn't watch the Video Music Awards. I saw a clip of it on YouTube, and I didn't even finish watching it. I had to turn it off. It was just, not only was it disgusting, it was just a total bore, and it's a flagrant attempt to gain attention in order to keep yourself famous. In that case, her. Um, Ever since her time on Hannah Montana has ended, she's been doing her best to, alter and change her image to, I believe, to the detriment of her career because, the expectation was her to live in a sort of and be this goody goody girl that she either really wasn't or is trying to fight to eradicate. Um, my personal opinion is that we should ignore it to the best of our ability. And I don't condone immoral behavior, and I don't condone the actions that she was involved in, although Alan Thicke was also part of it. Also, he doesn't get enough blame for the situation. I do not condone her actions. However, she purposely knew what she was doing was not only wrong, but that it would garner attention and that she would receive negative press and negative publicity. Either that or she's just totally ignorant and stupid when it comes to when it comes to having any sort of street smarts or having any kind of understanding of how the world works, or she's just totally amoral, which is possible. But I believe it was a deliberate attempt to either regain some of her past glory and regain some of her fame, while also publicizing her new album. She has a new album out, new single, and she's trying to garner attention so that people will go out there and buy her new album, which will not only keep her famous, but will also keep her, give her the ability to live a lavish, or to continue living a lavish and wealthy lifestyle, which was actually partially created by her dad, Billy Ray Cyrus, who kicked the doors down for her due to his fame. Her mother was proud of her and said that for what she did, and she condones her actions, and actually was the one who really asserted that she actually entered show business. So there you go. She was her mom, asserted it. Her dad didn't really want it. He knew it would happen. She became famous. She rejected her dad's will and authority, and I guess culture and lifestyle and scene, and decided she's trying to branch out on her own, make her own mark, and you know, and will do it with any type of means in order to obtain her goal. So it's all about, it's all about attention. Therefore, in my opinion, if you ignore the chaos and you ignore the stupid and immoral behavior that she was and is performing, then you're essentially ruining her career, and you're not giving her any fuel to be able to live off of. You can't fuel her vehicle, which is fame and fortune and live in the party scene, if you just decide, okay, I'm not going to watch TV, and most importantly, I'm not going to watch you on TV. I'm not going to pay attention to you. I'm not going to be outraged by you. I'm not going to give you the time of day. Because the worst thing you can do to a celebrity is put them in a position where they're absolutely forgotten. They don't want to be forgotten. You know how many celebrities over time eventually just people forget they were celebrities, or they've come to a point where they're on where shows are mentioning highlights of their life since they were famous or since they dropped out of fame. These Where Are They Now type of shows. They don't want to be on Where Are They Now shows. Although they would rather be on Where Are They Now shows and not be on Where Are They Now shows and just continue to remain in obscurity. Celebrities don't want to be obscure. They have a need for attention along with the money. They're needy for attention. It's something that they crave and they desire. And that's what she needs. Or that's what she believes she needs. So that would crush her existence if we just absolutely ignored her. Interesting. And I want you guys to think about this for a second. We want to blame those in her position and blame people like her for a lot of the problems that are going on in our society, or we want to say that they are an example of what is wrong. They are in the same sense that many, including I, would say that Detroit is birthed out of socialism, that certain celebrity behavior is birthed out of our culture, our media, and the lifestyle and all the yes men that are put into their lives in order to appease them, in order to protect their secure jobs, and in order to actually obtain their goals, whatever they may be. I would say that we need to look at not so much them as the problem, but maybe it's us. I'm only bringing this up because it's been brought up so much over the last several days. But maybe we're the source. I mean, after all, we gawk at it and we act outraged, like, oh my gosh, look what bad, tawdry stuff this person has done. Well, we flock to it. Most of the time we know it's going to happen, yet we still watch. And then we act as though we're shocked, and we act as though we disapprove. Well, if you really disapproved, you wouldn't participate in it by observing it. So actually, in a backhanded sense, they are approving her behavior because they're giving her exactly what she wants, and then they are providing her income. She could still, publicize whatever she wants to her life or album, and so be on talk shows and whatnot. And we need to, we have created a society that is just base. It's almost like the Roman society during the 1st and 2nd century AD, before the fall. It fell inward. It didn't. I mean, there were barbarian hordes. There was Alaric, and there was Theodoric, and there was Clovis, and those guys that came in and sacked Rome. But ultimately, it's because of political division, strife, um, uh, too much expansion for them to be able to control, and and all the immoral behaviors which created chaos. I think those who observe it are participating in it are just as much to blame as those who are actually performing it. It makes you an accomplice if you are part of that. That's why I don't watch shows like that. And I know what's going to happen. I don't know exactly all the details, but I know it's not going to be good. And also too, we like watching train wrecks. We like building. The media, at least, likes to build people up just so they can tear them down. And sometimes they like to rebuild them again. They like to know they have power and control of the masses, and they also like the story. And they'll use whoever they can to get that story. And that's all I have to say about her. I'm going to be filming another video shortly. Pretty soon. Cheers.